What is a Phobos hero that we're forgetting about? Centaur?
Brood.
Kappa. Oh yeah, Brood always comes to mind, but...
Oh, I mean, you say Centaur's not that bad, is it? Get Centaur, get the Blade Mail.
I feel like we're forgetting a big hero. Is there still Doom in the pool?
Doom is still in the pool.
Oh, shoot. There we go. We forgot the Doom. Oh, Pim.
What
did you do?
Ah, they banned it.
Jedi, what did you
Okay.
do?
Aha!
Did you just switch?
There was a hero
around the
left.
teams or something?
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't notice what he switched. What he switched?
I don't know why.
No one
I
called
think he
it?
fixed something. Because he had to
Someone
pick it
called
up.
him out. What'd you spell wrong?
What did he fix?
Did you spell Espada with a T?
No, because he could do that without messing up the
I know.
overlay like that.
Oh, did he add GG bat on the side?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know what he did.
What did
I
you
caught him. I caught him.
Oh, actually, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Trying to do this.
What?
Oh, I see it, yeah.
What did you
I
try
didn't
to
even
do?
see it.
The Monster Energy logo not popped up. No, I didn't see it. Am I dumb? Okay.
There's no difference.
Oh, Slardar Wind
There's
Ranger.
no
There's
difference.
no difference.
What did you do?
What's the difference? Spot the difference. Oh!
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hello.
He had a microphone in front of his face. How do we see the
the
Okay, so we got Slardar So Slardar Wind Ranger. This is a throwback to what? Shanghai Major.
10 seconds.
So
The
is
Weehaw
this...
Puppy.
This is a core Wind Ranger.
Weehaw Misery,
This
sorry.
is a core Wind Ranger.
It should be a core
It'll be
Wind
a core
Ranger.
Wind Ranger then. Okay.
And they've got really good Roche. They already had great Roche with Lycan. Throw Slardar in there too.
It's just lovely. I like the slide against life.
Yeah, good burst lifesteal. You're going to be able to amp up that damage a lot. And Corrosive
Moonlight
Haze
Shadow.
goes through Moonlight Shadow. Exactly what I was going to say.
And it would have been something, honestly, that I would have thought would have worked quite nicely for Spirit if they wanted to have a Phobos core Slardar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It wouldn't have
They're-
been a bad pick for their lineup.
And
They
Espada,
still can
this is super fast paced lineup, right? They want to just play incredibly
This is
fast
much
around the
better.
ultis.
I mean, as we said from the start, they have the Lycan, so already they kind of feel the favoured team this draft because of that. And as long as that Wind Ranger is going to be core, unless she's going to be support, I got to say, I like what Espada's doing.
Yeah,
this
it's
time.
pretty
Does it
nice.
have to be a vessel for Lifestealer? Can it just not be A?
It doesn't have to
No,
be.
because you got the Mirana to jump him around in and stuff.
Because Beastmaster's still on the pool. I know it's falling off.
Beastmaster there.
It's Division's good. Division's always good when you're playing versus
do
like
they want to
Stardars.
play like
The Roar
Darkseer
is
this
great.
game? Because then they've got someone who can build the Crimson and the
Oh.
Pipe.
Phobos does do that.
Phobos
a
does the
lot.
Darkseer.
Yeah.
Darkseer Naga,
yes.
also
Yeah.
decent dual lane.
And Darkseer Static Storm Disruptor. I think.
No.
What?
Kunkka.
Okay.
So, yeah, but how are they playing this then?
This is
It's
a
an offlane
G
Mirana.
Kunkka.
It's an
Offlane Mirana.
Offlane.
Awesome.
Take your mics and get
Okay.
out of here.
Not this one.
I know, not this. I'm a.
Yeah.
You're on top of things, you know, and I'll respect that. I'll respect that.
Bye, everybody.
Hello. What? Go upstairs. All right. I have a hair in my eye apparently because he just pushed a donkey in my eye. But the reason that they are leaving is because they're getting ready to cast the coming game for you. It might be the last game for Espada. They need to win here in order to force out the third game and then have a shot to play against Windstrike in the grand finals. Only one slot is available for the CIS qualifiers for TA8, and that slot, everybody wants it. There's only 3 teams remaining that can have it. Team Spirit, Espada, and Windstrike in the grand finals. Let's find out who is going to take the second game with OD Pixel and Fog.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, don't I have to unmute my mic for in-game? Oh, okay.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Can they hear me? No, yeah, right. Oh, they can hear me. Okay. Hello. Owen is fixing his PC because he crashed it like a Muppet.
Your admiral is on board.
Both teams, level 1 smoked out to go, got the lanes. Wow. Espada is really looking for first blood here. They've done a full wraparound to try to catch someone on the bounty rune, but Spirit also went bottom. Dodged that. Owen will be back
30
shortly.
seconds to battle.
Looks like it's just going to be 2. Oh. Bane and Leshrac, they don't actually have the way to kill this Mirana, I don't think. Mirana's got arrow. Do they just throw it randomly? Claiming the high ground. Phobos, is he going to do it?
Battle begins.
No. Didn't go. 2 for 2. No battle this time.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
So it is, by the way, also Leshrac support. We're very happy about. Definitely wanted this Wind Ranger to be core when you have a Slardar on your team for that corrosive haze amplification. And here we go. FNG. He's dead. Was he going? He was going for a courier snipe.
First blood.
They knew. I want to see how well this... I think how well this top lane does is very important for Team Spirit. Yours isn't plugged in. Oh my god, Owen.
I didn't plug it in. It's all right.
Owen Davies.
We had a minor
professional
cable
commentator.
malfunction.
Professional commentator. Didn't plug in his mic.
I have a degree in music producing. And yes, my mic was not plugged in.
So, I want to see how much DK Phobos and Viber can get up here. Because I think this Mirana, if you can get like early phase boots, you
Yeah.
can start to pressure. You can actually put a lot of damage on this Lycan with the Riptide minus armor coming into play.
Impious.
And this looks like it should be a pretty exciting game. This should look...
No, yeah, I said I like this whole Slardar and support less they got going on down here in Espada
Did
this
you
time.
see
man.
that? Illidan uses the rage to try to get the last hit on the range creep, and it still gets denied. Owned.
Careful down here with them. Pressure's on top lane again. Trying to close the gap. Down bottom, having to use this rage just to make sure he can get the CS.
Uh-oh, Bane. They tanked
got
that
it?
on top.
There he is, he's gonna get hurt. There's Biver. Is he getting chased in response? Looks like Misha should be fine just. Does take a lot of damage off the back of blocking that arrow.
Yeah, Bane got netted, and then the Lycan, yeah, walked in front and tanked the arrow. Didn't have the wolves available yet. That's the nice thing they do have in this lane too, is the wolves they can use to manipulate dodging the arrow, and the sleep as well from the Bane.
Yeah, it isn't really an easy lane for the Nagasari and Mirans to get that combo at all. Down bottom.
Ooh, power shot cancels G salve in the mid lane.
Down bottom, Illidan. He's having to use the rage to get the CS, but that does mean that he's constantly taking a lot of damage after he retreats from each creep wave. A lot of pressure on that lifestealer. Yeah, this FNG will head over. Just level 1 at the moment.
So Nyx is definitely mad this game. Look at these last 19 and 3. I don't think he's missed any yet.
Denied.
As soon as I say that, he gets to 96. The way it works.
Playing very nicely against G's Kunkka.
Yeah. FNG. There's a DD rune. Catches immersion inside of the kinetic as
He's
well.
got a fair bit of right click, as you say, with that DD.
One more hit. Can he get it?
He can't quite close the gap. Immersion just a little too speedy.
Yeah, 334. Leshrac base movement speed. So the lifestealer is still farming. Having to use the rage pretty much every time, and will have to bring extra regen down bottom. So sure has those last hits, but not expended on anything staying for the time. And a Blight Stone.
Not me sharing. Just continue to trade hits down bottom. They do get the stuns. Into Illidan, but Illidan will actually turn. Look towards BZZ with that rage. Gonna strike on him too, but not quite enough punch to break through BZZ. BZZ and Immersion will be able to keep themselves safe. Back towards the middle lane, towards the top. In fact, Misha. We're seeing Biver away from being able to get the 4-minute room. That's going to be spawning down bottom.
Ooh.
And Immersion will grab an arcane rune.
Great rune for Lesh. Misha being chased by Biver. gonna have to sleep him and run away.
Step lively now. Your admiral
Another
is on
close
board.
start though in this game. 4 minutes. Only 1 kill going the way of Espada.
Yeah, it's quiet. Phobos unable to slow down ILTW's farm for the most part up here.
Mid. G has the grab. The setup with the Torrent and Viper coming in as well. Windrun already being used. There is no escape for Nyx.
Sweetly,
Dire's
sweetly
middle
blew
tower
the
is under
breeze.
And the Kunkka is a very happy man. Still below net worth in the Wind Ranger, but that's gonna get the levels back up. Gonna get level 6 probably at the same time as Wind Ranger is 6 now too. Kunkka has huge kill threat on Wind Ranger at 6 with any rotation.
If he can play around that Windrun and get her in the combo.
Yeah. Looks like Bane is keeping mid too. Misha wants to get wards down okay for this nighttime.
Down towards the bottom. The kinetic field from FNG. Setting up to allow Illidan to come in and help get the kill on immersion.
He's on board.
Good support movements by Spirit early on. This first nighttime already.
There's a lot of catch with the Disruptor Naga.
Phobos and Misha gets the leap off, but
See,
gets slapped. And Misha takes the rune right in front of him.
Phobos, not quite enough firepower to really fight back against that Bane. 2 points being in the arrow. Doesn't really have the magical burst needed at that close range.
Three lanes are still going pretty well for Espada. I mean, Slardar is getting a hell of a lot down bottom already with treads finished.
Again. This change done. Not quite enough damage to burst for Illidan. That was Illidan's last tango down here.
Dire
Wrap
Yeah,
round.
these supports gotta keep making moves down bottom to make sure that Illidan can free farm until they slow down this Slardar.
I mean, because these two, I mean, as you say, BCZ, sure he's getting some farm, but because he's sharing the XP, he's only level 4.
Yes.
So he's still, you know, it's not like he's shooting
Oh,
ahead
mid.
in terms of
Arrow
balls.
connects off the X.
middle tower
He's got the Wind Run out, but it's not going to be enough to save him against the Star. So surely, as the jump forward there from Phobos, as well as the tie bringing him from G.
And they get the ward too. Phobos comes in and kills that.
That's the second time they made that rotation mid and been able to get away with the kill.
This time with the Marana. I actually like that move by Phobos. He's like top. I'm struggling a bit to last hit versus this Lycan who has a clear base damage advantage. So makes the rotation mid with an X. I like these type of moves from your offlaner. Just being active early. But now this means free farm Lycan.
It really does. And we've seen what Lycan can do time and time again.
Again.
The combo, the timing, perfect. Nyx surrounded. Got a bit of Wind Run left, but it will not save him. The third time, in pretty much 3-4 minutes, the Nyx has been caught out by that gank. I mean, how does he sort of change it up and stop himself from getting ganked? Does he just not go back to this lane anymore? What does he do?
He lost his mid ward. So he doesn't
Yeah.
have vision on that side while
Such a
he
dangerous
does
place.
have vision. So he has to play much more careful. He's playing on the low ground of the river in range of a level 1 X.
Very nice lead there from Misha, stopping the net from affecting immersion. It will turn towards BZG though. Instead, that is the biggest kill if they can quite get it. Thunderstrike down onto him, but not enough control as they will manage to keep one another alive down bottom of Spada.
Dire's middle
Top lane,
tower is under
RTW
attack.
has now taken the tier 1 tower, so a very good timing for him. 7 minutes and a half in, 52 CS and a tier 1 tower. This is going to be a very scary Lycan, even more so than the Lycan we saw in game 1 from Spirit. It's already going faster for Espada, at least on that safe.
Yeah.
The other
It's key
lanes
for
are
him to make
strong.
this move mid right now. Try to shut down G with Nyx.
He's got the boat, so we'll get the boat out onto him, but the run will not be enough to save him. Moonlight Shadow coming out a little too late.
Exactly what ILTW needs to do. I was literally going to be saying, like,
Radiant
that's how you can bail this
structures
Wind
are
Ranger out, is you bring the rotation of that Lycan who's having such an excellent game. It's just natural movements with Shapeshift.
Survivor. Try to set something off the back of Moonlight Shadows, but the root. FNG and Phobos have come in again. The sleep from Misha disrupting some of the defensive, but still they'll jump forward. The power shot not enough to get Fiverr out of the game as they will survive. They get the kill.
They want the creep.
And
Do
they'll
they get
the
it?
Hellbear Smasher as well. They should. There we go.
200.
Nice bit of gold for FNG. 5-2 still, but net worth pretty much even because of the sort of offset that this Lycan's creating, the amount that ILTW is getting himself this game.
Yeah.
Lycan certainly going to be scared. They do have pretty good ways to catch the Lycan and set up onto him.
They do.
Having the Disruptor, Naga, Kunkka, I mean the Miran as well, obviously if there is any sort of initiation from the other three.
Definitely.
A lot of ways to trap him.
And there's a way more team fight on the lineup of Team Spirit in comparison to Espada. Espada is all about just playing fast, winning their lanes, securing Roshan. While Team Spirit, they've got, I mean, it's Kunkka, it's Disruptor. They've got Naga Sleep to set everything up too. They've got so much team fight between them.
Tower is under attack.
Top FNG getting run down by Nyx. The glimpse not going to tick in time as Nyx is able to run him down with a focus fire, take out the Disruptor. Down bottom, focus being put on. They need to look for some sort of opening on Tilladin before he gets the rage off. Biver is there as TP's coming in from Spirit. 4 members going in on Espada. They'll look to burst down Biver. They've got the stun as well, but G's there with the counterplay. The boat's not going to connect onto anyone. Now it's got the X mark onto BZZ. BZZ gets the crush off with the root from Biver, holds him in place, allowing him to surround him and take BZZ out of the game. So Espada bringing 4 heroes down there, but the reaction comes in from Spirit as a whole, and they're able to make sure that Spirit lose nothing and are able to take a member away from Espada and push Espada away from making that push down bottom.
Spirit did bring 5 heroes bottom to respond, and they didn't get a single one of the bounty runes at the 10-minute mark. So Espada gets a bit of a network swing.
They might get some more kills though.
Yep.
As Misha has hung around. But at least they get a second pick off the back of it.
Phobos is being so active on this Morona. I'm really liking this offlane play right now.
Oh, Illidan getting stunned.
And there's the Moonlight Shadow to disengage, and that's a shapeshift.
That potentially wasted indeed. As they've got the root. Can they? I don't know if they can really try and kill this though. Oh, maybe with the statics on the field they can. They've managed to trap LTW. He's trying his best to run himself away, but the X marks going to come into play. Drags him back. The sleep not quite there, perfectly timed to disjoint the combo as they lose ILTW. Misha tried to use the sleep to help him, but wasn't successful in doing so. Now his own life in trouble. Gets dragged back straight away into the stun. That'll be Misha falling as well.
Nyx just split pushing this entire fight.
And we'll be able to stop him from taking a tier 2. That was get a decent amount of damage, but it was a fight that maybe his teammates would have wished he had a TP for.
Yeah, they've got great ways to disengage versus this Lycan for now. Until the book 3 comes out, I mean, Moonlight Shadow and Naga Sleep, great ways to keep that Lycan in place during that shapeshift. Only 18-second duration. I mean, they're actually the same duration. Moonlight Shadow and shapeshift. Sure, there's a fade time, of course, but before he has that book 3, it can be pretty devastating for this Lycan to go for chasing.
And he must be close to book 3. Oh, I know, sorry, it's 11 minutes in. What about?
Yeah,
that would be. I know he's at
11-minute book 3. Get out.
He's nearly got there.
It'll be
getting nearly there.
It'll be key for them to have the blink dagger on the Slardar versus that Moonlight Shadow, because then he can blink, set up the corrosive haze and stun.
Here we go, mid.
Mid.
There's the sleep usage we're talking about. Very nicely done from Misha. Sleeping Nyx and getting them out.
Radiant's bottom tower is
This is
under
up the
attack.
combo.
I wonder what Illidan's gonna go this game. It looks like he's gonna go for the Radiance. He hasn't queued anything up just yet, but versus all the summons of Lycan, you could definitely understand if he wants to do that. But otherwise, just still go for standard builds, Armlet. I mean, he hasn't queued any items for Armlet.
Radiant's
Armlet
bottom
Deso
tower
AC is always
under attack.
a pretty good option
Radiant's
to him.
bottom tower has fallen.
We will see.
Dire's top tower is under
So there's the
attack.
blink. Still pretty good time.
No, not bad at all.
12
I mean, we
minutes.
saw he was getting pretty. He was getting good farm down there.
Yeah.
He was getting farm on that bottom lane. Yeah, good blink crush. Corrosive haze with the follow-up from
Dire's
either the
top tower is
Lycan
under
or
attack.
the win range. Got a very good amount of single target physical damage.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one thing that they really do have
Radiant's
covered on
bottom
Espada.
tower is
Limited
under
team fight,
attack.
but a hell of a lot of single target
Dire's top
damage.
tower is under attack.
Wind Ranger, Lycan, Slardar, Crush.
There we go. Took the route. I'm going to follow through as they let. In fact, they found a bigger pick on the side. LTW does get the shapeshift out, but they have the X mark. Dragging him back. They've got the timing into the boat. Nicely done by G, but they don't have enough damage. The torrent came out a little too late. So LTW is able to run himself away. Immersion will get taken out though. And now on the side, they've turned their attention towards the Wind Ranger. She gets rooted up, arrowed as well as 2 fall on Espada. They did manage to find G, Espada. There are 2 for 1. Spirit coming out on top. Jump forward from BZZ. He's trying to hunt for FNG. But he himself has to be careful, Wyver. He's got the net. Illidan heading across. So turn. Take through the 2 Necro units.
All right, well, they got 200 gold for the Necros.
I'll take that instead.
That fight could have gone way worse for Espada if BZZ didn't land a 3-man crush.
Yeah.
Because it was looking pretty devastating by the combos. I think that's maybe... I didn't see if that's what stopped the Torrent
I
combo.
think it must have done. Now you
but
said it. Yeah,
he
because
got a really nice 3-man stun.
yeah, because the setup from G did look to be perfect, but the torrent just coming through too late.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised, as you say, if that was because he did get crushed.
seeing the fear of that team fight lineup, though. Spirit is if they can get all their spells off, it is hard for Espada to really take the fight, especially when Rum is applied. Sure, they have good single target, but when Rum is there, it reduces quite a lot. Illidan's still saving gold, so it is looking like the Radiant's build.
Okay. I mean, if you can get away with getting it at a decent time, you like it this game?
It's good versus it's great versus Lycan in the
Yeah.
summons. If you don't have BKB for a while, your summons never will get it, of course.
Easy shot.
And you might feel like he's going to get kited as well versus Wind Ranger and Slardar and Lycan. These very speedy heroes. Sticking on a target can be a bit difficult. I can understand why he'd go for it.
And it does make sense in the sense that if Spirit are able to face this Espada don't get going early, as the game goes on,
Bounty Rune
it's
fight.
going to be hard to outfund the left and indeed the jump. ZZ jumps him to crush, but immediately there's the counterplay. The boat, Tauren coming in, the Nightmare will help him a little bit, but not enough. They all fall Misha, can't TP out as well. As the Thunder Strike into glimpses there, holding the Bane back. As Espada will lose 2, trying to come in and fight around that Bounty Rune, but he ends up giving G a double kill.
They were extremely ready. They were all positioned themselves like for 10 seconds before the Bounty Rune spawned, waiting for somebody to make their way up there. Even a preemptive Static Storm.
On top. Now that Nyx is still here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to get a catch on him. Though as he's held very deep behind that tier 1 tower.
How many Maelstroms are we going to have this game? We got Murano almost finishing one, Ranger almost finishing them, so 2.
There we go. We'll see that replay again. On this point down bottom. Sorry, up top.
They were waiting. Static Storm instantly to try to catch and not allow anybody else to come through. I like that play by
It worked out, yeah. If that Lesh was able to get in and get the follow-up stun, bam, Spirit lose the team fight. But
maybe. They're still
and
outnumbered.
they would have lost at least one.
They would have lost one, maybe. Yeah, the Rum still is going to be a big thing we have to watch out for.
That's true. He did already get the boat out, even if they would have got immersion in with the stun.
Moonlight Shadow.
Well, they can
Dust is
find
there.
over the corrosive haze straight out into Biver.
Illidan just used Infest. 3-man stun.
Follow up, and there's the combo. The boat does come in, and bam! G making a big counter play as they cut down 2. FNG with that Static Storm picking up a double kill there. There's the chase onto Illidan. He's retreating, but ILTW and Nyx are hot in his case. Jump for BZZ gets the crush as Espada. Take 2, they'll get G as well. The army of the Lycan just doing too much damage. ILTW.
Man, that was a 3-man stun by the Slardar again in that fight. It looked like a 3-man boat afterwards by BG, but
Yeah, I think it was.
the single target focus that we were talking about. Corrosive Haze plus the Wind Ranger with Focus Fire and Lycan focusing on anybody.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Insane
under
amount of
attack.
damage.
Yeah, very hard for this lifestealer to play this game. After sort of in the middle of these team fights, after the rage wears off.
Nyx gets glimpsed. The re-engage.
BZZ's just ready to go on top of FNG with the song. Will keep FNG safe. Can they fight back? They'll try with the arrow timing. They do get it. Do they have the damage to bring down BZZ? Nightmare's going to be there from Misha, but it will not save him. FNG does end up going down as RTW is able to get the summons upon him. With a striking back Spirit in this fight, looking towards Misha. Nyx tries the shackle shot, will not connect. With the open wounds onto Misha, Nyx will win run himself away, leaving Misha behind.
This was all before this Radiance is coming out. So they're making these moves, and it's pretty much a lifestealer who, sure, net worth is 6,600, but actually only has treads and a Blightstone during all these engagements. Now it's going to start becoming a little different when he gets that Radiance. He's actually much more threat.
Oh, G. Got the bow and the torrent. It won't be quite enough as how the arrow was attempted for, but the arrow was just off the mark.
Your admiral is on board.
Looks like it's going to be a halberd build for the Kunkka to try to deal with all that single target burst. Very good versus Wind Ranger.
Yeah. Wind Ranger, Lycan.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
long
dream.
duration.
You're able to just sort of waste any sort of time with the Lycan during shit.
Roche.
It's going to be great for
Book 3 plus Corrosive Haze. Only level 1 Corrosive Haze, but still getting brought down very quickly. Arrow to Scout. Gets the Dominator creep. And they get there in time, though.
They're heading that direction. In fact, they're spooked, Espada. As soon as the arrow came out, they don't want to try and commit and finish it because of the threat of sort of the Moonlight Shadow. And there's the glimpse. They managed to catch RTW in the Static Storm. Can they get Illidan in for the kill? He heads forward, jumps in with the Infest. They'll surround him. Can they finish him off in time? He's getting the Shapeshifter and Illidan who turns. Speed's grip. He's held in place. They've lost Illidan as ILTW will survive. Can get in with the shapeshift. He's very low on life. It does have to be careful how hard he chases them. As they'll go back towards the pit. Spirit have shrined up. They've got the glimpse. Pulling a part immersion. Taken to the side. Nightmare will allow him to dodge the arrow. Jump forward. It's actually going to cost the life of Phobos. As that's Phobos dead. Aegis picked up by Espada as well as the Roshan. As now they're ready to chase for more. Viper getting corrosive haze. He'll fall. Double kill for immersion as Espada take the perfect fight around the pit.
They still don't have the lifesteal with Radiance, so he's really not that strong in these fights. He walks in, gets corrosive haze, he even gets Fiend Script on top in that fight. The Lycan just doesn't die. They don't have the damage.
So close to killing him. I mean, even if they killed the Lycan in that scenario, they would have still suffered as much as they did for sure after the back of that fight. As the Lycan wasn't even needed after that first bit, as he had to sit to the side. He was very low ILTW. And we'll see again. It looks like you sort of see this as well. Illidan pulls himself away from ILTW at the end. Because I thought he was going to get away with this, but look, he's in it, then he just starts to retreat. I guess he knows the rage is running out.
He knows he's going to get gripped too.
Sure. Yeah, ILTW, I guess, did need at least like 3 more hits, which would have been unlikely to get even if he stood on his target.
You know, if he did have some type of armlet or anything, he might have had the damage to go through, but he's banked a lot on this Radiance. They're really going to need this to work. It's starting to hurt them a bit in these last 2 fights, because they do have a really strong team fight if they can actually enable their lifestealer, but they're not really able to so far in this. They're not bringing down these supports, all this control that there is.
Your admiral is under attack.
There was the mid lane. Looking for that wraparound, Espada.
They know that they're there. The ward gets placed as the sentry gets placed. Spirit is aware of this.
Let's let everyone not get caught out by it. Oh, look, tier 1 tower go. There is that Radiant.
Step lively now.
How much of a difference this makes in the fight. Illidan can keep himself alive. It's hard to do, as we've seen with that corrosive haze and the single target damage that Espada have.
Yeah. They keep getting the jump on the better targets still on Espada.
Modern. Over. Looking for the song setup.
Here's the arrow.
They are going to just focus down BZZ. They want to make sure that they can get BZZ, and they will. BZZ will fall. Fiend's Grip coming out, though, onto Illidan, holding him in place, but the glimpse is there to cancel the channel. So Illidan can retreat. Get themselves up to the high ground. They've taken what they wanted. They got the Aegis.
They can go for more, though. They can keep going for these glimpse plays since they have the numbers now. They get a little bit spooked, though, going onto the high ground. Great play there by Viper and Phobos. Viper lets the arrow actually go through BCC, and it hits the Wind Ranger, so they kill that Aegis and the Slardar. Now they're looking to try to take this fight, and she's porting into the midst of them.
But they managed to get the kinetic field. That's going to trap 2 of them for a start. Misha, Nightmare himself trying to slow down Illidan, but Illidan just continues to go the glimpse as well, dragging Nyx back in. Immersion gets taken out by Phobos towards the top. Misha will survive. He'll actually turn Nyx with the power shot, cut down FNG, but Illidan open moves back up, chasing down Nyx. Nightmare's there, immediately removed to allow Nyx to wind run himself away. And Illidan, he's left on his own energy. There's the backup he requires. Coming in, is it enough to save Illidan? The boat will come through. He has the run, Illidan. Summons coming out once again. The disarm down onto the Lycan, but the shackle from Nyx across the trees catches out the lifestealer. Jump forward from BZZ with the crush as they take down Phobos as well. Another fight. Espada managing to weave themselves in and out of. They were unable to kill Nyx when they wanted the wind run, just proving to be too much of a nuisance.
Who did G go for in that fight? Because I saw Illidan bottom getting kited around by 3 heroes.
And he just came in a little late, didn't he?
He just came in late, okay. Because it did seem like a pretty bizarre fight. They seemed like they just got completely outnumbered when they had more heroes still alive. And they need to be able to, like I was saying, enable the lifesteal to stick on targets. Because he just got kited again in that fight.
Mid. Well, they are without 2 of their team spirits. Now without 3 is FNG. It's picked off on the side of the middle lane. Gotta be careful coming out on the map when they're not as a full 5-man, as the pick-off potential of Espada's team is very strong.
Yeah, and it's gonna start getting even scarier because Team Spirit, they're very reliant on holding people in place and getting their combos and whatnot. BKB's done for Wind Ranger. BKB's getting close to being done for ILTW as well. So that's gonna give them the liberty to just beeline for Illidan as they have been already. Illidan's gonna be going for like Medallion Solar Crest build to try to counteract all that minus armor. definitely feeling the fear for this lifestealer though.
We're looking at to next. Team
Allies
Spirit.
disappear.
Ready to go with the Moonlight Shadow. Looking to make that jump occur.
Dire are scanning.
But
Got
who
the
do they get it
infested
upon?
ancient.
So look at Misha. Jumping from BZZ. Does manage to get a crush on 2 from the back of it. One's going to come out. Won't clip onto anyone. Illidan has managed to finish off Misha. Heads towards the start. There's the song from Biver.
They have disrupted. They don't have kinetic field yet for 5 seconds.
Oh, that would have been the dream catch if they had it. But as you say, because they don't, they'll just back away. They know they haven't got the catch, but they're coming with the crush. They've got 2, but now the kinetic field starts to come out. But Nixon's the BKB. BZZ's already out of the combo. Illidan, he'll fall. They've lost their life stealer. Biver will manage to retreat, get himself away from the Lycan's walls. They lose Illidan if they had that kinetic field.
So much damage that comes in. Illidan just dies as soon as he gets corrosive haze. They have to find a way to protect this man.
Tower is under attack.
Espada keeping that lead and advantage going.
Radiant's middle tower
They're
is
ready
under
to
attack.
try for this tier 2 tower mid. 20 seconds still until Illidan's back in the game.
Yeah. He's really just having
Radiant's
damage
middle
damage
tower
over time rather than this like fast, quick one because of this Radiance build. But even then, BKB, Windrun, even a drums on the Leshrac, all these different maneuverability items
Your admiral
to
is
kite around that lifestealer.
Every coin helps.
They've got BKB on Phobos. I mean, he's 6-2 and 12 on this Marana, part of 18 of 20 of their kills.
He's the most farmed on that team.
Yeah, he's had a great game so far. His team's been getting some struggling team fights just to get the setup properly. But yeah, like you said though, if that kinetic field was up, that would have been a pretty...
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Trying to get some information, but they're really kind of trapped in their base for the most part here. It's 8k gold lead for Espada. It's about a 5k experience, and they're just sitting here waiting for plays to happen. They're not splitting up and allowing Spirit to use their disruptor at the strength that they tend to do, where they just constantly find glimpse kills over and over again. Staying all together, looking to take...
Spirit. All ready to leave the base. Espada getting position for the wraparound. Illidan coming quite far out there on a attempt at taking down those summons. And they'll put the Moonlight Shadow, but they're sitting around a sentry. Got very good vision here. Play around and straight away the wall's getting people. So at least FNG will know their plans.
They've been sitting here for over a minute, not allowing Spirit to get the space on the map. Since that bottom lane is very pushed in, it's hard for Spirit to really go there and farm. The book will be cleaned up. Gee, that gold close to his BKB. They have to be very quick on their fingers, though, on the side of Spirit. Getting that BKB
Dire's
off
bottom tower is
is
under
going to be
attack.
absolutely crucial for Mirana, Kunkka, because
Radiant's
we've seen how
top
fast they
tower
can
is
get
under
brought
attack.
down from this damage from the side of Espada. Tower claimed. They've got BKB just being delivered on the Lycan with that last courier usage. They're ready to go for threaten. And book is up again.
Dire's bottom tower
Goes
is
straight onto immersion. The rage ending, a back off. They've got the X mark G. Looking for the combo, but not going to find the torrent off the back of the X mark. Immersion's able to walk off.
Illidan literally just walks up and fast kills the book right away. That was cool. That was a freshly summoned three.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And it will push Espada away from Goku. And they might lose some people here.
Look at the X onto Misha. The sleep. Very nice dodge. As Misha, how good Bane can be against the Kunkka.
Yep.
Stopping those sort of free catches that a Kunkka and pretty much any other game would absolutely get.
I just like that Espada is
Radiant
sitting
are
around this
scanning.
area. They're like, do not allow ourselves to just get picked off. Control this area. Control for the next Roshan. That's the goal in this game when you have this type of Lycan. Your second Roshan is one of your biggest keys to try to break that high ground. You weren't able to earlier. Not giving much breathing room to Team Spirit. Illidan is now venturing, try to look for places to farm. The rest of the team will smoke up. Probably look to meet up with him as well. do not want to fight without their lifestealer so much. But now they do see Lash.
They might be forced to. Maybe if they can get a quick pick, they'll be okay. They'll look towards immersion. Again, very hard to sort of catch. Arrow pop at their bammo. With that torrent and poke, they'll find him. But BZZ's in with the counter play. Comes in with the crush Biver. He's got the song, but the kinetic field static symbol have already been used, so they have to get out. They don't have the follow-up to the song. And Espada, they're ready to chase. They do. They have the corrosive haze onto G.
The Radiant stopped the blink dagger from the slaughter for a second, but
he does still get it off. He comes forward, but the torrent was laid down. Fiend's Grip there. They need someone to cancel it, but they can't. G is dead. Illidan's coming in with the wrap round. He's looking towards ILTW, but with the BKB on ILTW and the corrosive haze on Illidan, Illidan cannot fight. He has to retreat. Buyback from G coming out.
Big for Espada. That was the Ancient in the back canceled the blink dagger for a second, but not long enough. Allows BCC to get that next cross. BCC is having great performance on the Slardar as well. Both offlaners just really stepping it up for each team.
He's not quite able to get that perfect combo last time around. Either getting the song off, you can imagine it was so low, so FNG probably didn't expect him to get the chance just to just drop the static storm and kill it down at the same time.
Lane.
He's going to catch him to Nick, he can't. None of the spells will hit. Nick will be fine. Current combo off the mark.
It's pretty sad when you see Bane is 0, 7, 11, but Misha's actually done incredibly well.
He has saved
already.
so many lives.
Yeah, so many lives have been saved from that.
So he has managed to finish off the solo crest. What do you imagine we'll see him go back for next?
Still some more armor. I think AC could even cost maybe Manta.
He finds the catch. They've got the shackle. He's gone. Fiverr will try for the TP and does make it just before immersion finds him in the trees.
And that could be Roche. Miranda dead. They kill it so fast with level 2 corrosive haze now.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
No way the spirit looked to go over here.
You know, Immersion's been quietly farming for quite a bit too. Has Aeon Disc, Yules, Drums, and an Urn. Level 15 Lash ahead of his Slardar in farm. Almost tied with G.
They're not going to be able to jump and kill him.
This Slash is definitely putting in a big punch in the fights now too.
Coming together very nicely from Espada. The draft. I mean, they had the Lycan.
They have the Lycan, right? This is what we're talking about.
But there are other things that are working great.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
but they do also. They had the Lycan.
They had the Lycan.
They had the Lycan. You can't let teams do that unless you want to lose. Don't let your opponent play Lycan unless you want a very hard game at the least. As we're starting to see is the case here for Spirit. 12k behind.
Looks to get. I mean, he's queued up. He just did a Yasha on Illidan for now. So he's trying to get movement speed, not get kited around so much. Immersion.
And down the road, having the Manta. So it's a nice answer for the corrosive phase. But that really does destroy him.
Absolutely. They've stacked up a lot of ways. Right? He went Solar Crest and Biver went Medallion. So they're trying their best to protect this lifesteal, protect the targets from getting fired with that minus armor.
Good grab on Immersion.
This time.
But again, sleep. Slowing things down. Immersion. Illidan's trying to finish him off, but he can't. As look, immediately, focus fire from Haze. Illidan just dies in the matter of a second. He's gone for 60. The song was out from Biver, so Biver, can he get himself far enough away? It looks like he can. Xbox there.
Oh, the book! Oh, the arrow hit the book!
No, it didn't.
It did.
Oh my goodness. Oh. We gotta get a replay of that. We gotta get a replay. Oh no. I mean, we should watch him pushing the base. We'll get the replay later. We'll be able to watch the replay later. But
that was also a Nick win range.
Was that intentionally placed in front of the arrow, the summon? Or?
It looked like it just kind of ran into it, to be honest. But look at the Wind Ranger's damage in that last fight, though. 3,200.
I mean, yeah, with that corrosive fire. And that is a Rax. 33 minutes in. They'll take it, Espada.
I've seen this before. Almost a full MKB now as well on the Wind Ranger to deal with that Solar Crest and Radiance. That is there for the lifesteal. It's looking really, really hard. It has been for quite a while.
I think this is it, isn't it?
I mean, look at the fact that they can't kill Immersion when he's arrowed like this.
Sure.
Already is strong. Look at this lifesteal damage.
It's not enough.
It's not there. He doesn't have a focus fire.
And look how quickly he dies.
Dies incredibly fast.
And here we go. Here we go.
Let's see the
arrow. Poor old Phobos. Was it intentional? Where's the arrow? So there's Phobos turns. Arrow comes out.
We'll give it to him anyway.
We'll give it to him anyway. Intentional play.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Ouch, that's painful. Excellent replay.
Very nice, very nice. Jojo. 18k lead now for Espada. Can Spirit really turn this one around?
I feel like they need to get like every spell to land perfectly. I still feel like they lack damage.
Oh, BZZ. Let's get the two-man crush emerging. Gets the two-man stone follow-up as he's straight in with the damage. Looking towards FNG. Ian just there to keep immersion safe. FNG tries to run away, but the damage from the ledge is too much. They've lost FNG for 40 seconds. Illidan just getting shredded. The song will save him. Biver able to keep him alive. They're turning around the song. Both not going to do it as the sleeps down RTW. RTW is able to run himself away. Phobos trying to chase down BZZ. The arrow comes down to the Lycan.
Now he's focused.
With the focus fire onto Phobos, there's no way to save Phobos. Phobos is gone. Nyx is pretty deep. The Rage. Again, Corrosive Haze on Illidan. Illidan has to be so careful once the Corrosive Haze is on him. Torrent onto Nyx. Can they kill off that Wind Ranger? They can, but he's got the Aegis. Nyx is going to be back for round 2. They need more out of this Spirit, and they're trying. G's in. He's looking towards RTW, but RTW back up to full health. The focus fire nearly finishing off G. The power shot as well. There's the Shackle. He's going in. He's still disarmed. Can G keep himself alive? He can't. Nyx is able to get in, get the kill. Punka down for 80 seconds. Espada coming in to clean up even more as Viber gets jumped upon. FNG shut down as well. GG is called. Espada, they get the Lycan.
You know,
they win the game.
They get the Lycan, but this last pick slaughter
it was the
also
slaughter.
was fantastic. Phobos, multiple 3-man crushes, multiple 2-man crushes, whatnot. The Corrosive Haze just had such an impact in this game.
Yeah.
You just felt they couldn't take fights. That one person would get Corrosive